That's funny. Still on the wrong camera. That's hilarious. Give me a sec. Pro streamer. Just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it this way, eh? I moved my camera setup around, so that's the reason why it looks kind of funny. How's it going, Turner? Hopefully this sounds okay. Let me know if it's not. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, welcome to the 949 GT Sprint Series Round 6 at Barcelona. Let's get switched over real quick to the action on track. Actually, let's close this down. Pop myself in over here. And let's have a conversation. So we've got 3 more rounds left in the GT Sprint Series, which is exciting. Still plenty of time for people to make up some points. Only 17 in the lobby so far, but free practice just fired for the server, so people are going to be joining in. We do have some wildcard entries in here. Right now, we're on board with Kevin Blanchett in the Sky High Beaver Motorsports Lexus right now, and Kevin is sitting 3rd in the championship with 107 points in Division 2. He's got to get 11 points if he wants to catch up with Peter Greaves, and I think he might be out of touch from Mike Menning, but we'll see. Rooting for your boy Cole. Good deal, man. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Muff. I hope it gets better, man. Switched over here real fast. Apologies again for being kind of out of sorts here. Adjusted my setup and probably did a little bit more adjustment than I probably should have in a single sitting. So, on board with Adam State in the Ravens Reptiles Scrubs Go Racing entry. Patty McNichols in the SGR Chum Motorsports Honda. And there's Luciano Yads. Madhouse Academy. Luciano 4th in the championship, only 9 points back from Kevin Blanchett. So our Division 2, P2, P3, P4. Actually, I would say P2 all the way down to P5 is like really tight right now. In fact, get these standings updated. Patty sent me a new copy, and we can switch over real quick and take a look. Apologies, Patty. I take everything you make for the community very seriously. Also was juggling a little more than I probably should have for stream. Yeah. Our man, Patty McNichol. Friend of 949. Part of Scrubs Go Racing. All around good dude. Been kind enough to run the team championship right now, and we'll get those graphics pulled up. I want to cover that in this stream before we hit that qualifying period, because it's very important to go over that stuff. So let's actually do that real fast. Let's switch over to the standings. Let me find that. Yeah, let's go take a look. So yeah, after 5 rounds, Protocharge Alpha in the lead, 56 points. That's a healthy gap. 949 Red, Joseph Kostovich, Ed Kerster with 420 points. Still within striking distance, Protocharge SimSport Pete Squared with 393. Big movers and shakers, Adept, Cole Griss, and Steve K jumping up 5 spots into 7th with 265 points, only 10 points away from Dan Tizaro, who is the remaining holdout of Turn 1 NA. What's up, Cardo? How are you doing? Other movers and shakers, Crazy Rabbits. Looks like Moffat's going to be a scratch, so it's going to be just Chemo Sith holding the torch for Crazy Rabbits Silver. Looks like other close fights, Will Bruner and Justin Rowley and Jay Goose type battle for P12 in the championship right now. Got a tie in 16th with the Protocharge SimSport Honda entry and Tritium Racing. Tritium Racing actually has been a scratch for the last couple weeks, so I think Zach's just going to hang on to that spot with no issues. And there's the remaining standings for the team championship. Again, big thanks to Mr. Patty McNichol for putting that together for us. He's a super good dude. We are spoiled for the support we get in 949. What's up, Voodoo? Eric, how are you doing? Tritium's back this week? Let me look through the field. I see Tanner. Oh, yeah, Tanner's in here. He's in Lexus. So... Oh, and Ezra's here. Oh, excellent. So we're going to have some representation from Tritium. Looks like we've got 24 in lobby so far with 24 minutes, 24 seconds left. Luke Southall on top of the timesheets. No surprise there. 44.530 is the time. And Piner's back. Fantastic. Awesome stuff all around. I'm fixing my picture-in-picture camera real quick. Again, thank you all so much for joining us. You're watching round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series, a 1-hour sprint format at Barcelona. In the actual championship, I'll pull up the standings here in a little bit. We've got close fights in Division 2 in the podium spots. Division 3 is still pretty close as well. Real tight at the top of Division 3. Division 4, kind of same deal. Division 1, there's 16 points between Luke Southall and Josh McKean. It is still really close. And then Gonzo, we got a I would say like a 6-way fight for the final step in Division 1. Nick Gonzo's got 95 points. Ed Kerstetter's got 93 points. Joseph Kosovic's got 92 points. Pete Hutchings has got 86 points. Zach Patterson's got 82 points, and Dan Tazzaro's got 8 points. I'll pull that up, actually, in a minute. It makes no sense to me to just rattle it off like that. But let's go ahead and get set up. Never mind. Broadcast app is going to be a butthead, per usual. I really wish like the UDP like backend that they use with ACC for the broadcast app was a little bit more robust and could, function, like could handle being like closed. There we go. All right. Get the Again, the 1-hour sprint format is on offer tonight. It's kind of our bread and butter. We got both round 6 and round 7 are going to be that 1-hour sprint format. And then after that, we finish off season 8 with a race weekend format at a track to be named later. Alex Rogers. How are you doing, man? Doing all right? Let's get the old picture-in-picture turned on. There we go. Look at some of these liveries we got on track, man. We got some really good-looking cars. Spoiled for some of the cars we have on track right now. Mr. Alex Rogers, how are you doing tonight? How you feeling, man? Hope you're feeling better. I'm doing good. We're getting ready to do some GT Sprint Series racing, so I'm always down for that stuff. Switch this off. Take a look at some people who've got some good gains. Mr. Homeschool Racer on Twitch. He's got some gains. Yeah, I hope you get over it quickly. I hope you get on the mend quickly, man. Stuff is still no joke, people. But it sounds like you're not dealing with like the serious symptoms, so that's a positive. Let's turn the music off all the way. We're gonna poke around. How's it going, Vulcan? How you doing? So we've been on board with Mr. Peter Greaves, who has 6/10 in the bank right now, which is great. So that will be enough to possibly pop him up into the top 10. So let's see. Volcano. That's hilarious. All right, so he jumps up to 10th. Currently 2.048 off the pace. Yes. Oh, Axel, thank you, buddy. Luke Southall still on top with that 44.432. Let's actually get switched over. Let's take a look at the championship standings the way they are right now. There we go. So here's a little bit better version of the team championship right now that we were talking about. Again, we've got some. You take a look at these points behind margins, and you got some tight ones. The battle between Adept, Turn 1, and a Pro. Turn 1's actually not that far off of Sky High Beaver, so Adept could actually make a hard charge for 5th in the team championship. And then we got Crazy Rabbits and SGR, Eeyore and the Tiggers. I think that is just Piner at this point. Where's Silver at? Oh, Crazy Rabbit Silver. Man, this fight here for 5th in the team championship is actually pretty close. Down in the individual championships, like I was saying before, we've got Luke Southall, who's on top of Division 1. Currently got a 16-point gap on Josh McKean. So Josh is still in it. But then after that, we've got Nick Gonzalez for Protocharge Sim Sport. Protocharge trying to lock out those top 3 spots, and there's some good contention in Division 1 to make that a reality. Division 2, Mike Menning is just running off. Peter Greaves had a race to forget last week. Hoping he has a little bit better luck this week. I don't think he's out of it, but it's the door's starting to shut. But in the meantime, you've got from P2 to P5, really good close fight. Peter Greaves, Kevin Blanchett, Luciano Yads, Adam State. Division 3, Will Bruner takes the lead with 125 points over Chemosith, who's only 2 points behind. Cole Grace with the Adept Porsche is 10 points back from Chemo. And then we got a 23-point gap. So Justin's going to have to do some work if he wants to try and get in the top 3. Close fights in Division 3 all around. Division 4, Tyler Kozlakis in the lead with the Tag Heuer Porsche, and Justin Rowley just outside of the top spot by 9 points. JQ took a bit of a tumble, but 107 points, still healthy, still in the fight. Same deal for Jose Guzman. And that is your standings so far. All right, so we're going to take a look at chat for a bit and say hi to everybody. Hey, Shy Guy. Let's see here. Yeah, Piner's Crazy Rabbits. I just know that he's fighting kind of like on his own because we don't have Gingy. All right, Vulcan. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Because you and Chemosith, Muff, are silver, but Piner and Gingy, I think, were yeah, no Gingy. Sad. I'm sorry, folks. I've had this camera just like laser focused on homeschool. Let's take a look around at some of the people that are out on track. One of our, I believe we have a wild card entry in here. Yep, there's Claudio. Voodoo on Twitch. Let's take a look. Ah, man, Voodoo, I'm not seeing your livery like I should. I loaded that thing. Let's zoom in and take a look. Yeah, for some reason, it is not showing your livery. Let's see if we can figure out what's up. We do have pit wall turned on for the folks at home. Feel free to check that out, ! Pit wall in chat for live timing. But Claudio in the Polizia Racing 728 races with AOR. Friend of 949, good dude. Currently 1.608 off the pace. Currently slotted in as a Division 3 wildcard entry. Justin Beachley's got 4/10 in the Beach GT Aston Martin, part of the Tracklicious Sim Racing family, ! TSR in chat. If you're looking for another quality North American racing community, I believe they are going to have another installment of their GT4 Winter Championship after this one. So be sure and stick around for that. No game audio. Try that again. Can you hear it now? Yeah, Laguna. That's excellent. Thank you, by the way, Vulcan. Fader was... it showed lights for it being lit, but the fader was down, and I'm like, that looks weird. Luke Southall in the Protocharge Sim Sport Lexus going into turn 1. Let's actually bop around for a bit. Take a look at some of the other people out on track. Mike Minning currently 3rd fastest, man. Mike has just been stepping his pace game up pretty consistently. Argo, how are you doing, man? I wouldn't call myself a legend. Just a dude. I happen to be just a guy talking about cars while cars drive around on track. Easiest job in the world. Look at that shot in the top right corner. Scrubs Go Racing. We got the Ravens Reptiles Audi in front of the SGR Chum Motorsport Lambo. Or no, not Lambo. Is that a Honda? Another day in bloody paradise. I'm doing well. Doing real well. Let's look and see who that Lambo is. "31 folks loaded into the server. We got 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the race. Or not in the race, free practice. Man, I'm firing on all cylinders today, let me tell you. I wanted to take a look at who that Lambo entry was. So Curtis Greco's in a Lexus on track. Where is is that Lambo? There's James Brown, Godfather of Soul. He's the other half of Eeyore and the Tiggers. He's the other half. So he's fighting solo right now. In that team championship. Oh, it's Tyler. Is that who it is? Tyler James and that Scrubs Go Racing Lambo? It is. Comes across the line with a 47.175 to go 17th fastest, 3.360 off the pace. Slawman, thank you so much for the follow. Zap, you're pulling for G. Steven, Mr. Steve K. Is Steve here? Where's he at? Yeah, he's in the pits right now. Probably getting set up. Still got 9 minutes and 40 seconds before we go into quali. Let's take a look. Is anybody about to finish a flyer? Let's look. Who we have about to finish a flyer? Mr. Jose Guzman in the RG Racing Honda. Probably figuring that car out post update. That's probably spicy. Let's ride on board with Jose. Take a trip around Barcelona. Jose is currently 16th. 2.990 off the pace, but within striking distance of Paula and Zach Patterson into the El Chicane. Medium speed right left corner on the approach to Renault. It's all about throttle balance through Renault. He's going to move further to the outside as he gets ready to fire down this straightaway towards the Repsol hairpin. P3 in class right now, that is absolutely correct. But P1 in class right now, JQ. Jose's got to make a move. Oh, he loses it. Loses it at Repsol into the wall. The new Honda might be catching him out. Gonzo was right behind him, so we're going to switch over to Gonzo real quick in the Protocharged SimSport Bentley through the Sayat hairpin. Downhill now towards Worth Curve. Going to move through this left-hand section uphill now. Through Campos. Ooh, he might have invalidated there, or he was right up to the line. That was close. Into the La Caixa hairpin, which is a feature of Barcelona that we get to use, but in F1 and I think in SRO now, it's the new hairpin. The long hairpin. Into Banc Sabadell. And now everyone's favorite corner complex Europe car into the RACC chicane. Very low speed, left, right, into New Holland. Currently 7/10 off the pace is Nick Gonzalez. You know, somebody who I don't see in server right now is Josh McKean, and with a 16-point deficit, I figured we'd see him here. Still 7/10 off the pace. He's got to find that pace somewhere. Joseph Kostovich in the 949 Sim Racing McLaren, currently 6th on the timesheets as he comes across the line. 1.655 off the pace, a 1:45.470. $33 in the server now. Paula Brady on track in the donk for hire Audi R8. Miss Paula Brady, aka the fastest ass on Twitch. Let's see here. Actually, going to participate in the RCI Racing Diamond Drive, or participated in the Diamond Drive. Ended up getting P5, which is an awesome debut. Congrats to Paula for that. Mad shout outs. Currently 13th, 2.470 off the pace, but within striking distance of, I'd say all the way up to P8. Let's see what Paula can do. Will Bruner in the Firelight Esports AMG entry into Lakaicha. Currently leading Division 3, but only by 2 points on Chemosith. So Will's going to have a fight on his hands for that. 34 in server. Brevin Yesk joining in late. Still got 4 minutes, 35 seconds before we hit qualifying. Thanks again to everybody for coming to join us for round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. Barcelona is, it's going to be a good one. Barcelona is a good sprint track, in my opinion. I'm not entirely sure from a bop perspective. It always felt like a level playing field to me. Looking through data right now. We're going to switch over to the autopilot cam while we wind up free practice to its conclusion. Already got 19 people tuned into the show. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. By the way, live timing. We've got it online. Pit wall link now. Go take a look. Pitwall.live, free to use. If you're interested in following along with your favorite racing driver on track, just open it up another tab. Click around. Southall with a 43.815. Gonzo's still 7/10 off the pace. Mike Menning, though, is well within striking distance of Nick Gonzalez. So Mike Menning putting on a hard charge in Division 2 here at the end of the season. We still got 3 rounds left. Look at Cole Grace in the Adept Porsche. 1.022. You need more pit wall accounts. How are you doing tonight, Cardo? Actually, put that link in chat. Let's do that right now. The man, the myth, the legend. Nick just throws it into a flat spin into turn 1. Oh, and Dan just follows him in. Goobers. Absolute goobers. A lot of them. Let's take a look. Who's got some positive gains? Most of the people are in the pits. Luciano's sitting on even delta. He comes across the line. Doesn't improve his time or his position. Oh, real quick. Let's post a link for the upcoming Enduro. the series finale of Tracklicious Sim Racing 949 Sim Racing Community 2 hour and 40 minute endurance championship. We've got the series finale at Kyalami. That's going to be on April 9th. The race app link right there for booking. Be sure and check that out. 2 hour and 40 minutes solo enduro. Chemosith comes across the line. 17th fastest. 2.470 off the pace. Looking at his times, though, he is sitting about 1.1 tenth of a second ahead of his Division 3 rival, Mr. Will Bruner in the Firelight Esports AMG. So Chemosith got a little bit more pace in hand. But again, folks, it's a 1 hour sprint race with a mandatory pit stop. There's a lot that can happen. Shiano's finding pace from somewhere. Got 4 tenths in the bank. 4 tenths would cash him into the top 5 potentially. If he can convert this. No, looks like he might have just lost it all in the Europe car. The everyone's favorite turn complex. Monte Carlo McLaren is drifting on track into the racing line. Hopefully that's going to get... Okay. Ian Max wait time, flying laps do count. Homeschool comes across the line in 11th. From a division perspective, he's behind Kevin Blanchette, so he's going to have to find a little bit more pace if he's going to take the fight to Kevin or extend that gap in Division 2. So Homeschool's going to try and see if he can put it all together into qualifying. Will Bruner comes across the line, does not improve his time or his position. Looks like quali is underway. I'm doing well, Eric. How are you doing? You doing okay? You guys got Laguna tonight. I mean, does Barry White count as a baritone? I think he's a bass. That said, I don't know. Like a Fireplace and Barry White? You did more welding in the rig last night? You did more welding? You're going to have to explain to me what's going on there, man. I have no idea why you would be welding in your rig. I need context. So we are in qualifying right now. Division 3, Division 4 folks are going to be out on track for the first 10 minutes to set their fastest lap. What's up, Cole Hawks? How are you doing? How's your arm doing? Hopefully it's doing better. He welds his rig while everything is still on. Ah, I got you. I'm sorry to hear that, Cole Hawks. I hope it gets better soon, man. Justin comes across the line. He's on a flyer. Let's ride on board with Justin, actually. So let me see if I can switch over and turn off autopilot fast enough. Into Renault. Long right-hand section before we hit this short straightaway towards the Repsol hairpin. Yeah, it could be worse, man. It could be detached. Oh, you're fabricating your own DD side mounts. Sounds like a plan. So out of the Repsol hairpin, now into Seat. This is an interesting passing opportunity, I think, for someone to throw it up the inside. It also sets up anybody who can make the move side by side through the inside. Put you in a good position to force the move at Worth curve right here. Now uphill. Getting set up for the fast right-hander at Campos. We're going to see people get drive-throughs because of this corner. Into Lakaicha, the other excellent passing opportunity here at Barcelona. The hairpin. A little too much. That's going to invalidate this lap. He's going to have to take another swing. Bonk Sabadell. All about patience through this corner. And now into Europe car. This is the sausage curb on the right. Setting up for the RACC chicane. And now powers through New Holland corner, and that's a lap of Circuit de Barcelona de Catalunya. Say it right. Let's take a peek around. Carlos Guzman has got 7/10 in the bank in the Arcane Racing Honda NSX. Let's see how... so he went wide right there. That probably invalidated him. We're going to see when he comes across the line. And he did invalidate. 46.512, though, so he does have some pace in there. Paula Brady in the Donk for Hire Audi, currently sitting on 5/10. Cole Grace in the Adept Porsche, currently sitting on a 44.670 for the top of Division 3. Oh, it's not the easiest. Oh, stick welder? Okay. Paula's got, a little bit of a lockup going into Worth. That was a very acute angle on corner entry. I think that's Chris in the Scrubs Go Racing Honda going into the RACC chicane right now. Switched from the rider. Peepo leave. Peepo rage, Peepo leave. All right, exiting New Holland right now. Getting a little bit of a draft from Justin Beachley. Let's see where Patty goes. Just comes across the line. Doesn't improve his time or his position. Into... yeah, currently provisional pole in Division 3. Paula's got some pace, though. Let's see what happens when Paula comes across the line. Third fastest, 1.120 off the pace, in front of Will Bruner. Where is, in fact, so Will's on track. Where's Chemosith right now? Where is Chemosith? Chemosith right now sitting on even delta. Comes across the line. Currently 2/10 slower than Bruner. He's going to have to find some pace. Curtis Greco in the Lexus running Emil Frey colors. Getting ready to go into Europe car. Yeah, the National. They've got the National and the Club. You can see where they're at. Preparing for this race during his chemistry class. Well, that's impressive. So Cole comes across the line, sets, well, actually, just about 4/10 off of his previous best lap. Patty McNichol in that Scrubs Go Racing Chum Motorsport Honda Into box Sabadell. Oversteer moment. Oh, he stays out of Justin Beachley's way. Staying put. Very tricky. Gonna back it off. Got to try and see if he can get a good banker in. Well, I mean, he's got a banker. He's sitting P8 right now, but if he can get a little bit more pace out of that car, it'd help. Because he's only got 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in qualifying for Division 3, Division 4. John Espiritu goes 9th fastest. 1.865 off the pace. Let's take a peek around. Ooh, Chemosith's got 6/10 inside of Sector 3, going into the RACC chicane, losing a little bit of time. It's starting to bleed away from him. 4/10 through New Holland. Can he hang on to it and convert? He does and goes 5th fastest. Them gains. Schmoven hasn't made a resurgence? If only it were Mons. How's it going, doggo? So Chemosith goes 5th fastest. Still hoping we can get Chris McNichol back in here. He's still actually out of the server after having a power outage at his house. Tanner Rogers got 3/10 in the bank, currently sitting 2nd fastest in the overall and Division 3. I think he might have invalidated right there on the exit worth curve. That might have done him in. What's up, Iceman? How are you doing? Tyler James in the draft right now. We're looking at Tyler James in the draft of, I believe it was Chemosith. Iceman, I'm doing pretty good. We're getting ready for round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. We got a sprint race here at Barcelona. Currently, we have in the lobby 34 competitors, I think. We're still waiting for a couple of reconnects. Tanner Rogers comes across the line. Does not improve his time or his position. Taking a peek around at them gains. Patty McNichol trying to figure out that new Honda. Into the Sayat hairpin now. I hope you all are doing wonderful tonight. He's got 6/10 in the bank. Like, Patty could convert this and get some serious progress in standings in quali, but he's running out of time. Can be all or nothing. Man, exiting RACC just blows it for him. Terrible. Just going to practice his pit entry. Meanwhile, we've got the Division 1, Division 2 guys heading out on track. It's fine. Somebody who's definitely going to go out and get a banker lap early on, I can guarantee you, is going to be this man right here, Mr. Josh McKean, Protocharge Sim Sport. 16 points adrift in the Division 1 championship. Locked in a battle with his with another Protocharge Sim Sport runner, Mr. Luke Southall, who's been a dominating force this season. Josh is going to try and put it all together here in Barcelona. I can feel it. Going to take the challenge. Taking the fight to Luke. Speaking of that, there is your Division 1 championship leader right now, the two-time. Ezra is a clean driver. He's in the Tritium M4. Both him and Tanner Rogers are the Tritium duo. The two-time champ on an out lap. Getting set up for a flyer. Where is John Ezra right now? John Ezra's on his out lap. In that Tritium M4, folks are backing up as they try to get space for the start of a flying lap. It's tricky out here with qualifying, man. People back up the a bit of a train, especially here at Barcelona. Into the first corner. Wide entry. That's a really good line. Into Renault. You're 49.8, Cabbage? You'll be fine. Keep your nose clean. He's still down? That is unfortunate, Mom of Cap. Is it just like the internet's not coming back? Because I haven't even seen him post and chat in a while. Oh, I see him in chat now. Is it just not, like, connecting? Like, what's going on? That is unfortunate for Chris, man. So John has got 1.6 in the bank as he goes into Sector 3. Can he convert as he comes around New Holland? 2.8 in the bank. Times are starting to come in. Comes across the line, goes fourth fastest. So Paremba with the 44.1. McKean's 4/10 off the pace. Then it's Cole, John Ezra, Mike Minning, Tanner Rogers are your top six. Internet's down. I hope he can make it. Still got a little bit of time. Kevin Blanchett's got 2.2 as he goes through RACC. Should be a section where the Lexus will excel, can hop curbs quite easily. Got the 949 Sim Racing Maka in the top right corner. So 10th fastest, currently 1.813 off the pace. Pete Hutchings got 6/10 as he heads down towards La Caixa in the Aston Martin for Protocharge Sim Sport. I never thought I'd see the day Pete Hutchings in an Aston Martin. That's wild. That is wild. Setting up through RACC. 1.2 in the bank. I think he's still valid. The Moose Machine, yeah. Comes across the line 7th fastest. Matt Paremba does not improve his time or his position. Let's take a look. Joseph Kostovich. I was about to click his name. What's up, Reno? It's going okay, man. How's it going, Banshee? Looking through the field right now, 35 in server. Comes across the line, 17th fastest, Mr. Joseph Kostovich for 949 Sim Racing in the McLaren. Dan Tizarro is trying to get a clean one in. He's exiting New Holland right now. I think he's just going to try and bank one. Goes 25th fastest. Sam Ramsbottom, currently 35th. Comes across the line. He's going to need to take another shot at it. Did make it before the race, Rhino. Hope you're having a good day. John Ezra's got 5 tenths. Luke Southall's looking to extend by about a tenth. 43.417 in qualifying. Man, the duo at the top, Southall and McKean, just in another world right now. You're predicting a McIntosh win? That's a solid prediction. That is a solid. What are the odds? Ezra's still got 4 tenths. Looking through the rest of the field for gains. I think Ezra's going to take this 5 tenths to the bank. Cashes in a nickel, goes 6th fastest. Let's see, Zach Patterson's got 5 tenths in the bank. Our professional race engineer, Mr. Zach Patterson. Yeah, Ezra's pretty quick. Exiting New Holland. Comes across line 14th fastest. I think Zach's still figuring out the changes to the NSX. I think the changes to the NSX are a pretty big deal. Sam Ramsbottom. Exiting New Holland. Comes across the line. And he's 28th fastest. He's going to need a little bit more in the tank if he's going to crawl out of the cellar right now. Let's take a look up at the front. Luke Southall, man. Looking to extend. He's just shaving time off. Yeah, the Honda is supposedly a different animal entirely. Southall going into Bonk Sabadell. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Zach was talking about that during his stream. Seemed frustrating, man. Ooh, Southall's definitely invalidated after that one. Piner, 3rd fastest and still got 3 tenths in the bank. He's got a draft. Punches it in 2nd fastest. Sean Piner. Sean Piner. He's back and swinging. Joseph Kostovich goes 9th fastest, cashes in 2 tenths. Back to the field, Dan Tizarro's got 6 tenths as he goes into New Holland. Exiting now, comes across the line, goes 16th fastest, 1.7 off the pace. Southall shaves, was going to shave another 10th off. I'm looking at this app right now, and the top 4 are on even delta right now. Southall's got 2 tenths. Southall's starting to get some gains. You're in a 57-2, Cabbage? Are you in the McLaren? So we're in max wait time, flying laps count. So Southall loses his delta, but Paremba's got 2 tenths. Looking back through the field right now. So Paremba's got 2 tenths. Zach Patterson's got 2 tenths. Paremba, 6th fastest. Patterson. found another 10th. Rams Bottom's got 4 tenths. Patterson's going to come across the line. He's going to cash in a little bit to go 12th fastest. Rams Bottom's got 5 tenths. '20th fastest. And that is the qualifying order for round 6. Let's switch over. Let's get the there you have it, folks. Luke Southall picking up where he has left off all season. Top of the timesheets, 43.417. Mr. Southall. Sean Piner with the 43.807 snuck in there, split the Protocharge SimSport duo. Josh McKean, though, is not that far off, a 43.815. So less than 4 tenths between the top 3 right now. McNichol back in. Fantastic to hear. I believe we are in session start time. Yep. They are getting their setups dialed in. Now, quick reminder, everybody, we are dealing with a sprint race here. This is our normal bread and butter 949 GT Sprint Series format. So you'll notice, actually, let me switch over to here. You're going to notice the number 1 at the top of your screen. That is to show you that your favorite driver on track right now has a mandatory pit stop that they're going to have to cash in for the end of this race. They're going to have to stop. They're going to have to take at least a liter of fuel. It's going to kick off a 25-second timer. If they want to take tires, it's optional, but it's an extra 5 seconds, so about 30 seconds in the pits or in the stall for fuel and tires should they decide to take it. They got to do that once. They got 2.5 minutes after the start of the race before the pit window opens, and they've got until 2.5 minutes before the end of the race to get the job done. Once they do that, you're going to see that orange number 1 flip to a green flag. All right. So let's talk about that qualifying order. Protocharge on pole position, Mr. Luke Southall in the Lexus doing what he does best. Sean Piner, though, Crazy Rabbits Racing in the Porsche, snuck in there. Josh McKean's not that far off, though, in the 77 Protocharge Aston Martin. Third on the grid alongside John Ezra for Tritium in the M4. And we got Nick Gonzalez, Gonzo, in the Protocharge Bentley P5 alongside Matt Paremba. For 949, he's rolling the Honda NSX this week. Mike Menning for SGR Chum Motorsports in the 918 Aston Martin. 7th on the grid alongside Pete Hutchings for Protocharge SimSport in the Aston Martin Car 44. We got Cole Grace in the Adept Porsche Division 3 driver, qualified 9th on the grid alongside Joseph Kostovich in the 949 Sim Racing McLaren. Adam State with Scrubs Go Racing, he's 11th on the grid alongside Zach Patterson, Zabzy on Twitch, rolling the Protocharge Honda. Tanner Rogers for Tritium, 13th on the grid alongside Luciano Yads from Madhouse Academy in the Aston Martin. Kevin Blanchett in the Sky High Beaver Motorsports Lexus, 15th on the grid alongside Dan Tizarro. Switch over here. Claudio Voodoo in the Policia 728, 17th on the grid alongside Will Bruner in the Firelight Esports entry. Got Paula Brady in the Donk for Hire Scrubs Go Racing Audi, 19th on the grid next to Sam's Ramsbottom with the Bimba Bimba McLaren. Peter Greaves, Homeschool Racer in the 555 for Protocharge, 21st on the grid alongside James Brown. Got Emo Sith for Crazy Rabbits, 23rd on the grid. He's going to have some work if he's going to catch Will. Will's out in front by a bit. JQ in the 24th alongside Chemo Sith. Then we got Curtis Greco in the Lexus alongside Brevin Yesk in the 217, 26th on the grid. Tyler James for Scrubs Go Racing in the 53, 27th on the grid. Next to Patty McNichol in the Honda for Scrubs Go Racing Chum Motorsport. John Espiritu in the Slava Ukraini Lamborghini next to Carlos Guzman for Arcane Racing. Steve K, he's in the number 11, 31st on the grid. He's alongside Jose Guzman in the RG Racing Honda. Justin Beachley in the Beach GT Aston Martin alongside Brad Sievers in the Firelight Maka. And then Mason Hart in the Wonder Bread. And that is your 35 runners. Round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. 45 seconds pit window. I hear it does. I hear it does spice things up. Cars are coming alive. I want to thank you all again for joining us. You're watching round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. 1 hour of Barcelona. 3 more rounds left. They're going to take their formation lap. And we're going to be off and racing. Quick reminder for everybody, we will be kicking it over to Trackalicious Sim Racing for their Laguna round of the GT4 Winter Championship. Exclamation point TSR in chat if you're looking for cool North American community to do GT4, GT3 racing. The man in chat right there, Turner, is part of New World Sim Racing. They got their Pine Series fired up on Sundays. You guys can check that out as well. Exclamation point NWSR in chat. Thanks again, everybody, for your support this season. It's been a lot of fun. Got some car swaps going on right now. Oh, and the Pint, because of the new update. We got some Audi drivers wanting to jump into some cars. Started the race on Sunday. It's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. Let's open this up a little bit. Guys, 2 views of the formation lap here. So it's 8:07 a.m. on track. Let's take a look at the track temperatures. 21 degrees, so cool temperatures. People should not be complaining about heat in tires too much, not unless they're overdriving the crap out of the car. Nick returned to the Honda. The update's going to be interesting. The Audi, I hear, is a little bit slower, but a lot more stable. Kind of interested to see how that works out. And here we go. They're starting to line up. Luke Southall on pole position. Sean Piner. Can the Lexus get a good start? Because I'm thinking if Sean can beat Luke to turn 1. Crash into turn 1, calling it. Well, Banshee, I certainly hope that's not the case. Like a good, clean race into turn 1. Everybody cool, calm, and collected. And we're green. 1 hour Barcelona is on the way. Sean Piner gets a hell of a start. Into turn one. Luke Southall does have the inside line. Sean's already throwing the squeeze on him. Actually, the straight line speed of the Lexus is caught back up already. Into turn one we go. Sean cuts across. Luke was really far on the inside. His line was compromised. Looks relatively clean through the first corner. Second corner is actually the one that's probably the most dangerous. So Sean gets off to a good start. Luke is falling back. He's even with Josh McKean going into the Repsol hairpin. Yeah, the Porsche had a hell of a start. Oh, Audi touch. That's unfortunate. I can't tell if that was Adam or Chris in the Seat hairpin. Let's switch this up now. From Sean Piner's perspective as Nick Gonzalez with a heck of a start. Gets around Josh McKean and Luke Southall. Sean Piner in the lead of this race, though, after a monster start for Crazy Rabbits in the Porsche. On the exit of New Holland, he is moving. Schmovin', as Cole Hawks would say. Drive-through penalty for Greco. Matt Paremba in the Bender Racing Honda NSX. Part of the trio of legends that help run the back-end shop here at 949 for the league. Chris PK, Matt Paremba, Matt Bergen. They're mad lads, and it wouldn't be possible without them, so hats off to them. Big thanks from the community. Matt's trying to get stuck into it and is currently about 7/10 off of Luke Southall. I actually think it's closer than that through the Seat hairpin. Mike Menning and Pete Hutchings still going at it. Ooh, is that Hutch? Hutch is off. Was there contact? I didn't see contact between Hutch and Menning. That throws Hutch off pretty far. He's now behind Blanchette. P1, P2 in the championship, currently fighting for the last step of the podium right now. Ooh, the Arcane Aston Martin. Off at Lakaicha. Lexus is just closing in. That straight line speed is just monster in the Lexus now. On the inside. Here they go. Into turn one. Josh just... I don't think Josh had enough to fight him for it, but he is stuck in... He is stuck to the back end of him, though, as they go through Renault. Zach Patterson's been making moves. He's up into 7th now. Sean's still in the lead of this race, currently 4/10 ahead of Nick Gonzalez. Luke Southall, 1.7 seconds back. Did get the pass done on Josh McKean, but Josh McKean's 3/10 away. We're on board with Zach Patterson as he is around Joseph Kostovich, but trying to catch up to John Ezra in the Tritium M4. Wondering from a strategy perspective what's in Zach's bag of tricks. Adam State, who I think was involved in that early collision at the Seat hairpin, got sent off into the sand. Currently back in 14th. He's behind Tanner. They go into Bonk Sabadell right now. Adam's going to try and see if he can recover some spots here. We got some good close racing right here at the start of the 1 hour of Barcelona, round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. That's Sam Ramsbottom off in the kitty litter, or Karimba Bimba in the Maka. Wonder what happened there. Don't see anything in the data that suggests a collision between him and another car, but that's not necessarily the case always. Josh McKean's starting to push now, 5/10 up on his previous fast lap. Currently 7/10 back from Luke Southall. Sean Piner is extending 8/10 between him and Nick Gonzalez right now. Ooh, Kevin Blanchett stuck around the outside. And that is Dan Tizarro on the inside. Let's find Dan T. Oh, now he's on the outside at Sayat. So Kevin's got the OP line into Worth Curve, but moves over in front of Dan. That would have cost him there if Dan would have decided to throw it up the inside at Worth Curve. Dan's hanging around the outside. That's not where you want to be. Into Lekaicha now. He's on the defensive from Tanner. Kevin's probably cutting the course right there. That's probably going to be a warning for him. It's going to be hard out here, man. People are bumping into each other. That is definitely happening. M4 on the inside. Dan Tizarro bringing the fight back to Kevin Blanchett. Tanner Rogers just going to follow the leader. 3 wide into turn 1. Is this about to happen? Look at this from 2 angles. Is this about to happen? I think it's about to happen. Into turn 1. Oh, Dan was just right beside him. So Kevin's going to survive another sequence of corners. The straight line speed of the Lexus, just M4 can't keep up with it. Now Dan's on the back foot, got the short straightaway, and Tanner's got the inside line going into Repsol. Adam State just hanging out in the background, waiting for somebody to make a mistake. He moves out wide. Tizarro trying to cover him off. Adams on the inside into Sayat. Tez is leaving him space, and I think that's compromising the amount of speed he can carry through the corner. Into Worth Curve now. Yeah, it looks like it. I can see it looks like he's got some balance issues with that car. Paula Brady, Cole Grace on the inside at Lekaicha. Got some scraps going on. We're going to check in here at the front now. Nick Gonzalez currently P2. Luke Southall in the background. Thinking Nick isn't going to put up too much of a fight on Luke. Straight line speed of Luke in the Lexus is just around here at Barcelona. It's just going to be massive. It's going to be such an advantage for him. Just got to hope that the track cuts get him. Let's go back to some Division 3, Division 4 land here. We got JQ, currently 3rd in Division 4. In front right now. He's in front of Jose Guzman, John Espiritu. Carlos Guzman already got a stop-go 30. That was probably for a pit lane infraction. Both him and Mason Hart have already pitted. JQ sitting on about a half second between him and Jose. The battle for Division 4 in the points is pretty close between these guys right now. So we're going to keep our eye on this fight. Let's jump forward a little bit. Mike Minning, John Ezra are going at it. They've currently gapped Zach Patterson and Joseph Kostovich by 3 seconds. That is a hell of a gap that these guys are putting on some Division I runners. Mike currently sitting comfortably on top of Division II by, I believe, 28 points. But he's got a fight on his hands right now with John Ezra. John Ezra on the outside into the Elf chicane. Man, he just darts past Mike Minning like he's standing still. Through the data, trying to find another close fight. We'll switch over to Adam State and Cole Grease. Adam State gets around Cole. Dan Tazzaro's his next target. .48 minutes, 15 seconds left in round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. We're in Barcelona. It's the track that the drivers picked. Oh, Tanner is wounded on the left side of the track at Campos. I don't see any contact. Don't know if something happened. Tanner just tumbled down the order like a stone. I believe
there is a darkness inside of me. It wants to get out, wants to walk around. It wants some walking around money.
VS, thank you, man.
It wants to walk up to the people and say, hey,
subscribing with Prime, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support, man.
Never been about playing no shit.
Hope you enjoy the show. You're watching the 949 GT Sprint Series Round 6 at Barcelona. Looks like Patty had a moment. He's in the pits. Kostovich is starting to push. He's got 2 tenths in the bank. Trying to keep up with Pete Hutchings. Anything to help other streamers. Well, that's a tall order, man, but thank you very much for the support. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you enjoy the show. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's your Pepe? Good deal, man. Thanks for stopping by. So Sean Piner right now. So Luca's gotten around Nick and gapped Nick by about 1.7. Josh is chasing down Nick right now, but 9 tenths between Piner and Southall. Let's actually take a look. 6 moments and 3 laps and you retired? I'm sorry to hear that, man. I really am. I hope you can get the Honda figured out, dude. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm kind of curious. So if I switch over to pit wall right now and take a look at Piner and Southall, I'm just kind of curious. Is this the button? What does this button do? That button does nothing. That button does nothing. It wasn't the Honda? Sorry to hear that, man. Switch over. All right, let's take a look. So right now, the gap is starting to drop for Sean right now. Was about 2.5 seconds ahead. Now he's about 9 tenths, but it looks like he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Fight is close between these two. Average times right now for Southall's 43.9, and Piner's pumping in about 44.1. So there's about 2 tenths advantage Southall right now. We're going to keep our eye on that. Costi goes a little bit wide at Lakaicha. Fight's starting to get close between these two. Southall's just applying some pressure on Sean. This is a section where Sean should start to pull away from the Lexus a little bit because the downforce on the Porsche gives it a little bit of an advantage, especially when it comes to braking in some of these corners like Repsol and Seat. They're approaching some blue flags. We do have a yellow flag on track.
Coffee time! Coffee!
Thanks,
coffee! Cappuccino! Java! Yes!
World Rally family with the subscription, man. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, woot woot indeed. How are you doing? Got to throw you a shout out, Nate. Shout out not gonna work. There we go. Took it a minute. I'm doing good, man. We're in the middle of a really good fight right now for the lead in Division 1 in the overall. Sean Piner's ahead, but his lead has dropped from about 2.5 to about 0.3. They're about to hit some back markers, and I'm actually kind of surprised that neither one of them dove into the pits to try and nail the undercut. So Piner's starting to pull a little bit more of a gap now, but the gap, yeah, it's kind of like bouncing back and forth between like north of 0.3, south of 0.3. Flying in formation, yeah. Doing action's pretty good on track. Let's switch to Josh McKean right now, because Josh McKean's got Matt Paremba lurking in the background. Let's actually ride from Paremba's perspective as he is trying to catch McKean and Gonzo. Yeah, it's a pretty livery, man. You guys had, I think that was Patty. You said they did it? Josh starting to pull a little bit of a gap now. Peter Greaves, Luciano Yads trying to chase down Paula Brady and Cole Grace right now. Mr. Peter Greaves, part of SimSport, Protocharge SimSport Pete Squared. Homeschool racer on Twitch. It's got about a half second on Luciano. Chemo Sith and Adam State in the pits. into Lakaicha. On the brakes, it looks like Luciano is starting to gain on Peter a bit. So it's close between them right now. Back at the front, Sean Piner. There we go. Let's move the camera up a little bit. Margins are so small between these guys right now. Sean's on the defensive. Into Worth curve. Oh no, he's having a bit of a moment. This could be the moment. Got to go defensive in Campos. That's going to cut his line off. Luke's going to have the better exit. They're genuinely racing alongside one another as they get ready to go into Lakaicha on the brakes. Luke Southall. Sean Piner hanging to the inside, but I think Luke's going to get the move done. Indeed he did, Muff. Indeed he did. I think the pace is starting to fall off on Sean's tires. 37 minutes left in the 1 hour of Barcelona, round 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. I'm Whelpcakes. Thank you for hanging out with us. Actually, let's jump back. Get back into this fight for 14th. Peter Greaves and Luciano are duking it out. It's pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Luciano is keeping it very close right now. I'm going to leave the music going right now, everybody. I've got to step away for a moment. John just now exiting New Holland, currently 18th. Top Division 4 right now, 10 seconds back from Tanner Rogers, but pulling a little bit of a gap on Jose. So some good fights on track. We'll be right back with more GT Sprint Series action. Watching 949 Sim Racing Community. Hey, Kamish, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. If anybody's looking for a wonderful simulation experience, check out the EMLB universe with Mr. FKN Kamish LB, Mr. Jamie LeBlond. Good community. Just nailed Twitch partner. I think that's official, right? Commish? Did I hope I didn't let something out. But congrats, man. Hey, Carbon, how's it going? I'm gonna step away, guys. I'll be right back. It's humanity. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Yeah. Partner a week ago. Congrats again, Kamish. You got a good thing going there, man. I hope you keep the momentum up. Hey Milo, how's it going? It was a good battle between Carbon and Mr. B. I didn't get to watch the end of it. Matt Paremba currently in 17th after the pit stop, 3/10 back from Tyler James. Looks like Gonzo, Joseph Kostovich, they're in the pits. Switch over. Take a look around. John Ezra currently 1.1 ahead of Mr. Pete Hutchings. Well, actually, it said 1.1, but the broadcast app's lying to me. Currently 10.7 back from Sean Piner. Pete Hutchings 3.953 back from John Ezra. Luke Southall in the lead after 16 laps with 30 minutes and 27 seconds. Yes, sir. I saw that. I'm going to reach out to you this weekend, see if I can figure out what... because I think you've got some changes to your system that you use to assign points and stuff, so I'll reach out. Challenger DLC, man, I've already tried it, dude. It's awesome. Yep, gang is all here. Will Bruner in the Firelight Esports duking it out with Curtis Greco. Let's take a look and see. Hutch is in the pits. He's pulling in for a pit stop now. I wonder where Kostovich is going to cycle out. Piner's in the pits. Where is Josh McKean? Currently 23rd. Cycled through the pits. Trying to learn a thing or two about broadcasting, Turner. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. The New World Sim guys are, they're a good show. You guys need to check them out on Sunday. Exclamation point NWSR in chat. They got another round of the Pint Series coming up. So Josh is on track. Piner's in the pits, pulling up the track map right now. So with Piner in the 13 car, car's back out on track already. So Josh lost a heap of time in the pits, it looks like. Yeah, because Piner's back out on track, and he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Paremba. Where is McKean? How did McKean cycle that far down? Did I miss something? Oh, a stop go. That's awful. I'm so sorry for Josh, man. F's in chat. Gonzo driving like a man possessed right now. 1.3 up on his previous fast lap. I wonder if he swapped for some fresh rubber, man, because he is putting down some time. Yeah, it does. It does. It was 16 points. It's going to be a lot more unless he can recover some serious spots. That is going to hurt a lot. It could pull him down into the fight with Gonzo for third. Like, Gonzo's in third. He's not that far away. So Hutch got a stop-go 30 for a pit lane infraction. Let's take a look. Kostovich is moving pretty quick too, man. 2.3 on his fastest lap. Comes across the line. He's going to get past Hutch. Going through the pits. Zach Patterson is a little bit of ways up the road. Got Mike Minning in front of him. Oh, McKean got, yeah, Hutch got another one. Espiritu's got a drive-through for track cuts. And that's gonna toast John's race for Division 4. Piner, in the meantime, currently 5th. Southall's in the pits. Ooh, let's pull up that track map. Take a look at car number 3. He's heading down pit road right now. He's stopped in his pit box, waiting for his flag to flip the green. We got Southall, Ezra, and Tazaro from the top 3 in the pits right now. I should probably show you guys my face and say hello. Peter Greaves in the pits as well. Into Europe car. Still waiting for Southall's flag to flip to green. Now he is rolling down pit lane now. Piner might have pulled a fast one on him. And it is going to be... How close is it into turn 1? I think Luke's got a good distance on him. Now Paremba is only 1.021 back. So Paremba could end up getting in the mix here for a podium. Paula Brady, Tanner Rogers duking it out right now in Division 3. Paula Brady holding on to that last step of the podium in Division 3 right now. Going to want to hang on to it tooth and nail. Comes across the line. 46.60. Take a look at Tanner's last lap. Oh, Tanner had a 46.5, so Tanner's got a little bit of pace in tow. On the inside line into turn 1. Looks like Paula might have compromised Tanner's exit a little bit. Tanner is pushing, trying to force a mistake. 24 minutes, 25 seconds left in round number 6 of the 949 GT Sprint Series at Barcelona. This is the closest fight on track. We're watching this and Sean Piner and Matt Paremba, kind of focused on those two fights. Through Campos. Car 12 clears the drive-through penalty. That was... It's car 12. John Espiritu. Shiano Yad's creeping up. Switch back over to the battle at the front. Matt Paremba. Currently, switch over here. 7/10 back from Sean Piner. They got a healthy chunk. Zach Patterson has been making the moves, folks. Is it any wonder this guy is was part of the pit wall crew that went last to first in the 2 hours of Sebring for the Michelin Pilot Challenge in real life? Moved up into 6th place, currently 6.815 back. I think Zach qualified like 11th. Just making the strategy calls here. Got a fight on his hands, though. Mike is no joke when it comes to using that Aston as a weapon. Exclamation point pit wall in chat if you want to tune in to the live timing. It's free to use. Blanchett currently 8/10 back from Dan Tizarro. Dan looks like he has gotten that M4 for turn 1 to calm down just a little bit. Close fights all around. Ooh, actually, we got a spicy one, folks. A spicy one. Will Bruner, Chemo Sith. Division 3 separated by 2 points. And they're duking it out on track right now. I'm curious between these two. I'm going to pull up the pit wall data. I have to take a look. I got to. Where is Bruner at? No Sith. So after the pit stop, man, they've been neck and neck after the pit stop, dude. They have been like right next to one another. Man, we got so many good fights on track right now. So we got Mike Minning, who's right in the draft of Zach Patterson right now. And then Justin Beachley, Dan Tizarro. I don't think Beachley is pitted yet. Oh, man, they are so close. Oh, and there's contact. I think that was just 4 cars just basically bunched into a corner. Tizarro did find his way around Kevin Blanchett, even with that contact out of the RACC chicane. So Beachley's going to get a little bit of distance between him and Tizarro, but Beachley still has yet to pit. After 22 laps, Luke Southall in the lead of this race by 6 seconds. Let's switch over to the battle with Matt Paremba, Sean Piner, because it is pretty close. Pretty close. Actually, Gonzo's right in it, so let's ride on board with Gonzo. Actually, let's do the bonnet cam of the proto-charged Sim Sport Bentley. Ooh, deep braking from Gonzo. I don't know if Piner broke early and it kicked in a chain reaction or what, but that was, those were some tight margins. That was scary. I switched the camera right when it hit. All right, downhill now towards the RACC chicane. Seems like Nick is just biding his time. Three-way battle for second, folks. 18 minutes, 41 seconds left. Spicy. So in Division 3, we got Grace, Rogers, Brady, your top three. Ooh, looks like Matt's going to sneak it around the outside. Looks like Sean's got a little bit of contact on his rear end. Or, wonder where that came from. Division 2, we've got Ezra Menning. So Ezra pulled a fast one on Menning into pit stops and currently sitting fifth. And then Menning and Blanchette are your top three in Division 2. And Piner has got to get a move on if he wants to stay out in front of Gonzo. Kostovich on the inside of Menning. Oh, Nick goes wide at Campos. Saves it, though. Let's jump back to another wild one. We got so many wild fights going. Actually, we got it in the top right corner of the screen, so we're going to leave it there. We got Kostovich. We got Menning, Kostovich, Patterson. Everybody's chasing down Patterson right now. Really close fights going on right now. Really good stuff. Into turn one, Nick's hanging with him. Let's switch back over to fight with Menning. Kostovich and Patterson right now. They go down the start-finish straight away. Menning is really taking the fight to Kosty. Kosty is keeping with Zach Patterson. Not enough cameras for all that. You're not wrong there, man. You are not wrong. I was actually going to ask, Turner, for your picture-in-picture stuff, do you guys actually use two PCs from the same person, or do you actually use like a Discord window? I'm kind of curious. Patterson with a quick move to the outside. Not under threat, but Kosty's right there, man. Margins are slim between these guys right now. Camera angles are being kind of weird, so I'm just going to switch it over to helicopter cam for the main screen. So Greaves is trying to move through the Division 3 traffic to catch Adam State, who's currently P12. $15 minutes, 11 seconds left in this race. Luke Southall in the lead. Matt Paremba in second. And he is pulling about a 2.5 second gap right now. So the thing about screen sharing in Discord and the quality, I think the way that Nitro works is it's got to be like a two-way street. Like both the people that are streaming have to have Nitro. And even then, I've noticed that the Discord quality is just not there. Not really. Ooh, Kosty has a moment. Mike Menning's on the inside now. Based off the lowest bandwidth in the channel. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's just so inconsistent right now. I really hope that Discord comes up with a better model. But at the same time, too, Discord offered so many good features for what it is and for what you get for free, even if you don't use Nitro. Zach Patterson now, still in the thick of it. Top right corner of your screen, we've got Will Bruner and Josh McKean. Josh McKean getting around him. Bruner's still out in front of Chemosith. Chemosith's lost a little bit of ground. So Chemosith lost ground to McKean, James Brown. Chemo's going to have to put his foot down. Yeah. Yep. I think that's the thing, man. That's the reason why I do the 2 PCs, is because without that, like, the quality just goes into the toilet. That's why I was kind of curious. Man, this fight is a spicy meatball. $13 minutes, 6 seconds. So Tizarro has pulled a bit of a gap on Blanchette now, 2.1 between them. Peter Greaves did find his way around Cole. Tanner Rogers is 3 seconds up the road. OBS Ninja, whatever it's called. I don't think I've ever messed with OBS Ninja. Ooh, Mike loses it. Coasty gets around him. And now the order is reset to about a lap ago. Listen to the tires from Zach right now. He's trying to drive that car as hard as it will go. Cole's in the pits. Was there contact? R43 and Cole. Cole's pulling in the pits. Is he done? Hopefully he's not done. The championship battle between them is close. Southall still in the lead of this race. Ah, I see what you mean. Sean Piner still trying to catch back up to Matt Paremba. So we got Southall, Gonzalez, Paremba, Piner, and Ezra are your top 5 right now. Division standings, okay. All right. Take a look, man. Through the field. So Bruner and James Brown. That's a close fight. James Brown, Division 2. Will Bruner, Division 3. Oh, I get what you're saying. And we just got to jump back to this battle with Zach Patterson, Joseph Kostovich, and Mike Manning. Man, it is still so close. The margins between these 3. There's 6/10 between them. Is Kosty going to make the move into Lakaicha on the inside? Zach Patterson goes wide. Lets him go to cover him. Oh, Kosty went too deep. Too deep. He's going to lose out to Menning. Oh, man. He took the dive, man. He took the dive on the inside marbles, man. I think, like, if his braking zone were a little bit extended and he were more alongside Zach, he might have been able to pull it off. But I think with the marbles right there, breaking that deep, just sent him like a missile off the track. Way too tricky. Way too tricky to pull that off. It depends, man. The thing is that when you're up at the front end of like the Division 1, Division 2 guys, they can kind of like play these games with like moves and stuff where you kind of feel like you're in the driver's seat of a fight, and it turns out crisscross applesauce, you're off track and they're just driving away. All right, Patty, man, you have a good night. Ooh, on the inside. So Minning gets around Patterson. Yep. It's getting spicy, and they're running up against some lap traffic right now. 8 minutes, 29 seconds. Let's take a look and see if there's another close fight around that we can really follow. Peter Greaves, Paula Brady. Peter Greaves, Paula Brady, Luciano Yads. Another tight battle. So Kostovich and Patterson going at it again. What happened to Piner? Piner, the pace just fell off. Like Southall turned it up. Just had really good pace. Piner's pace post pit stop, say that 3 times fast, just hasn't been quite the same. He's got a little bit of contact damage on the rear of the Porsche, but I haven't seen anything to indicate that it's like been a major effect for him, and I don't even know where he got it from. Luciano goes off at Bonk Sabadell. So Patterson's still in front of Coasty. Coasty losing it a little bit on the exit of the left-hander at turn 2. Ezra starting to catch up to Piner. So Piner's going to be in a bit of a scrap here in a minute if he can't really put it down and start to get away. Yeah, Piner's pace post-pit stop has just not been something to write home about. Kevin Blanchette catching up to Dan Tesaro again. These two have been scrapping the entire race. Ooh, Kevin's off, though. Into the kitty litter. Saves it from the wall. That's very important. He's got a little bit of time.
I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
Indeed, it is not good. He's got a little bit of space between him and Tanner Rogers. Peter Greaves did lose some ground to Paula Brady and Tanner Rogers. So Peter Greaves is just stuck right in with Paula. Luciano Yads. These both are Division 2 runners right here, Greaves and Yads. So it is close between these two. Here, while this is focusing over here, let's switch back over. Battle for 6th. Benning is starting to pull away from Patterson and Kostovich. Let's switch over to Kostovich's angle and jump on the bonnet cam. Just applying pressure. A little bit of an oversteer from the Honda. The fact that Zach has gotten a handle of this NSX this fast, man, him and Paremba, ridiculous, man. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. What a fight between these two. This is wild, man. Into the Seat hairpin now. Oh, man. They are just going at it, toe to toe. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Switching over to John Ezra, Sean Piner. Oh, that's costing him now, Mr. Belden? I hear you, man. Ezra's showing him the nose. No real threat right now. Like, it's still got to get a little bit closer. Actually, let's take a look at Bruner. So we got McKean. Well, actually, McKean is split Yads and Peter Greaves. I don't think Peter's going to hold up McKean at all. Maybe he didn't. That is a good point. No tires on the Porsche pass. That's a hard pass. Yeah, it does. It's got a lot of squirm to it right now, for sure. Is he going to make the move this time? No. It's close. It is close. Parimba's starting to catch up to Gonzo. Oh, I'm on Gonzo's camera. Oops. That's what I wanted. One minute 53. Yeah, we're down to the wire here. Be white flag when Luke comes across the line. Ooh, Gonzalez losing it a little bit in Bonk Sabadell. Who's going to win this week? Man, Ferrari looks quick. The Ferrari engines look so powerful right now. Red Bull, if they can get that fuel flow issue figured out, I think they'll still be tough. Tough to beat. The Bentley? Dude, man, they need to update the Merc first, man. They need to get that thing in there because Bentley's out. They're not even racing in SRO anymore. Checking back in with Kostovich and Patterson. So I think the Ferrari is going to be quick. I think the Alpha actually is going to be decent. Oh, both of them, both cars, fuel failure. The reason why Checo's car locked up and spun was the car just basically straight up stopped firing and just locked the rear wheels and spun him. Following with Mr. Luke Southall as he finishes out another stunning performance. No, it's not. It's not a good look. Not a good look. The worst look right now is, well, actually, both Red Bulls retiring was a pretty bad look, but got the British Trinity of Aston Martin, McLaren, and Williams are the three slowest cars on the grid outside of the Red Bulls who retired. Luke Southall takes the win, folks. Sorry for the F1 nonsense, but Luke Southall, man, on a roll. Just can't be stopped right now. Nick Gonzalez duking it out with Matt Parimba as they go through the RACC chicane right now. Protocharge 1-2 on offer. Nick's going to keep it together and come across the line, take second. Matt Parimba's going to be on the third step of the podium in the Honda. out of nowhere. Sean Piner, though, he looks like he's going to hang on to a 4th place finish in front of John Ezra. Mike Menning hitting the RACC chicane right now. Me either, man. They had such a good test. Such a good test, man. Mike Menning is going to come across the line. He's going to take 6th in the overall. Zach Patterson is going to hang on. Oh, him and Coasty to the wire. Did Coasty... Zach Patterson finished 0.04 of a second ahead of Joseph Kostovich. Dan Tazaro is going to come across the line in 9th. Kevin Blanchett in 10th. Tanner Rogers looks like he's slotted for 11th when he comes across the line. What a finish, right? Paula Brady at New Holland. Still in front of Josh McKean. Going to come across the line. Josh McKean just puts it in the wall. He's done with this. Luciano Yads in 14th. Peter Greaves in 15th. Will Bruner looks like he's going to come across the line in 16th. Pete Hutchings 17th. Switch that. Hutchings, Brown, Bruner, and then Chemosith. So Chemosith going to get some points, and that's going to be the running right there. Let's switch over to the garage and hit the timetables. Luke Southall in the lead of this race. Let's see if we can get... let's see here. Let's take a look. So if we can get... Let's do Southall, Ezra, Rogers, and Steve K. Let's see if we can get them. Southall. I actually don't know Tanner Rogers' name in chat. I don't think it's the normal. Weird. There we go. Give that a shot. Let's get switched over to there. We'll see if we can get him in race chat for a quick set of interviews. Luke Southall. All right, Turner, thanks for stopping by, man. Boss Pat, second gear in pit lane is a bad idea. Yes, yeah, that is not the way to do it. So, Southall is just doing things. Let's take a look. Southall and Gonzo, Protocharge 1-2, Matt Parimba. Let's get this switched over. Jump out. I can actually pull up the pit wall data. Final result. Apologies that I'm kind of like going, like I'm all thumbs right now. I'm trying to get set up with highlights. That. And what a race, seriously. Lots of good fights on track. Luke Southall, though, taking that win for Protocharge. Nick Gonzalez, second place. Matt Parimba in third for Bender Racing. He's in the Honda NSX this week. Sean Piner for Crazy Rabbits coming back after being off and finishing fourth in the overall. John Ezra in fifth for Tritium. Top Division 2 spot. Let's see here. I think we've got Southall. I'm going to pull Southall in first. Mr. Southall. Mr. Southall, we meet again.
So we do.
How are you doing, sir? How was Barcelona for you?
It was all right. It's a shame Josh was a bit off this week because he's not got his wheel. Like he's on his old wheel. So.
Oh man, I didn't know that. Even under those circumstances, man, he was like super competitive up until the point he got the drive-through. What was the situation with his wheel? Just a technical issue?
Yeah, I think it's been making some noises or something. He's like sending it off.
Ugh.
I think he's meant to be getting it back again next week. So.
Well, I hope he gets it back next week in time for round 7. But so Barcelona, man, it looks like the straight line speed of the Lexus really helped you out in a number of battles on track. Is that kind of what you were seeing from your end?
Yeah, I tried to not use it against partner. Like I just sat behind him on the straight, so I wanted to get him in the corners. Yeah,
it looked like the car was a little bit oversteering in the corners, but the straight line speed of the Lexus, man, right now is just like busted. I don't know what Kunos is going to do about it, but they should do something because it seems criminal. But that said, you still got 2 rounds left. You're going to be sitting on a very chunky points lead. Might mathematically clinch it if not already at the end of next round, but. How you feeling for the last 2 rounds?
Pretty good, I guess. Try to keep the win streak going, I suppose.
Yep. Yeah, now there's no pressure, man. Try and see if you can knock out 2 wins to finish the season off. But, yeah, man, congratulations on another dominating win. Protocharge's got to be happy with the result. Yeah, man. Good luck for the next one. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks, so.
All right, man. See ya. All right, let's get Ezra in here. Ezra, how are you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. How was Barcelona? Tell me about it.
It was a fun race. I enjoy the track, so I was happy when it won the vote last week. It was tight between Barcelona and
Bathurst, I think.
So, yeah, I was happy that Barcelona won. I enjoyed it. It was a fun race.
The M4 looked like it was really well planted, and it did look like you had a good straight line speed out of it as well. Is that kind of your assessment of the M4 around Barcelona?
The car felt great. I'm definitely the weakest link here, not the car. So, it felt good to me. I was a little worried when they had the BOP changes midweek, but frankly, I didn't notice much of a difference. I think it was only like 5 kilograms added to the car.
Indeed, man. I think from a balance of performance perspective, I think the M4 is probably a pretty stable choice in comparison to the patch. The car that looked like lost out big time was the Maka. But
yeah, the McLaren looked like it was rough. M4 felt good. Still feels like it's in a good spot. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun race.
So
had a bad start, but
yeah,
beyond that, it all went well.
Yeah, you and Tanner actually were pretty quick, respectively. You both are back for this week, and you got a good haul of points, it looks like, for the team championship, because I think you guys, if I remember correctly, were either tied or close to tied. Where are you guys at? So 17th, you were tied with Protocharge Honda. That's going to be a good points haul and shove you guys up a little bit further in the rankings. But having you back, man, it's been good. Looks like you were really in command of the car. Division 2 win. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So 2 more rounds left in the 949 GT Sprint Series. You got 1 sprint race left for round 7, and then we've got the race weekend format coming up for the season finale. How you feeling for the final 2 rounds?
I'm excited. I hope I can make both of them. I'm pretty bummed that I missed the last 2 rounds. I've just been crazy busy, but now I've got some time to put back into ACC. Got a lot of practice for this week, and it paid off. And I'm hoping that I can do the same for the last 2 rounds and have a couple more good showings.
Fantastic, man. Well, good luck. Hope to see you at the final 2 rounds. And yeah, man, good job. Congratulations. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Have a great one.
Tanner, is that you?
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going, man?
How's it going, man? Tell me about Barcelona. The Lexus seemed like it was put together around here.
Yeah, actually, I when I first started driving it, I was a little nervous, not knowing how it would handle there, and then I seen the AOR record for 1.8.11 is the Lexus, so that kind of gave me a bit of confidence going into it. I definitely enjoyed the track.
So you and John scoring double wins in your respective divisions for Tritium, that's got to be a good boost of confidence going into the final 2 rounds. Tell me about it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of a surprise that it happened. I didn't realize after until I seen somebody in the chat say congrats. I had a bit of a hectic race for sure, and
Mhm.
lap 2, almost ran into the back of Kosi by accident, so kind of like had to swerve off track, lost a couple spots. But lap 7, I had a pretty amusing lap 7. I've recently switched from auto ignition to like button,
Ah,
and I accidentally, while changing my TC setting, hit my ignition and dead came to a full stop to start my car again. And after that, it was just trying to put my head down and charge forward.
so a little tip from one sim racer to another. It is you can use that in ACC in the key bindings. There's a shift button feature where you can
Yeah.
press one button and then you can hold another one down. I would recommend mapping your starter to be the press, but shift and the starter button to be the ignition, so that you have to press 2 buttons.
Yeah,
If you accidentally
that's
bump your
super,
ignition,
super helpful.
if you accidentally bump your
Yeah.
ignition, no harm, no foul. But you shut your car off in the middle of a corner, it's going to be awkward.
It was pretty bad. So to come back and find out that I won was incredible. Definitely really cool.
Yeah, good pace, man. Good pace. So you got 2 more rounds.
Yeah,
You got a
it's fun.
sprint race and the race weekend coming up. How are you feeling for the last 2 rounds?
Feeling good. I honestly, it's been a learning experience for me. Every race, just slowly improving, getting better at the game, and learning the racecraft and whatnot. But definitely where I feel like I have a good bit of speed here and there, but definitely the racecraft. I just got to get better at the decision making and
Mhm.
and try not to fumble the controls too much going into the next 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, good showing for Barcelona, man. You got to be happy with that result, both you and John. Looking forward to seeing what you guys can do in the final 2 rounds. Good luck with that, and we'll see you next week, man.
Appreciate that. Thanks so much.
See ya. And I don't know if we're going to get lucky enough to get Steve K in here, but congrats to Steve. Big result. Good job, Paula. I know it was a tough race, but that was still there were some really good battles on track. Looked like looks like you finished about 10 seconds adrift to Tanner. That's still a really good showing, and congrats again on the RCI Platinum race. But yeah, Barcelona's in the books. Like I said, we've got 2 more rounds coming up. We've got a sprint series round next week, and then we got the series finale 2 weeks from now. Race weekend format. Should be a lot of fun. Hope to see everybody there. In the meantime, take a peek around. I don't think Trackalicious is live yet. Let's take a peek. Looks like Homeschool's still live. Let's see here. We might have to send it somewhere over early, but just give you guys a friendly reminder. Be sure and check out the Trackalicious Sim Racing channel. Round 9:15. Alex, you stayed for the whole thing, man. You legend. I hope you get to feeling better. Seriously. Thanks for doing that, man. I really appreciate that. Everybody, the Alex Rogers, go check him out. Usually Wednesdays and Thursday nights, afternoons, does LFM. On a bit of a break right now because he's not well, but also LFM's on a break. So you should definitely check him out. So let's look. What we're going to do is you just popped it on? Fantastic. Thank you, sir. That is too kind. Talk about service. Let's see here. Yep, Trackalicious is getting ready for the triple header at Well, it says triple header Barcelona. I actually feel like they're going to do Laguna. I think it's a double header. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it set up to send over to Tracklicious. Everybody, you be sure and stick around for that because that's some good action. Again, exclamation point TSR in chat. If you're looking for another good North American community. They're awesome. So let's get this raid started. I'm going to go ahead and pop the Enduro link up there too if you guys want to join the 2 hour and 40-minute finale. Yeah, Barcelona was a lot of fun. Really happy to get to spend some time with you all. Hope to see you all again next week for round 7. The drivers are going to get to vote for 3 tracks to pick the next Sprint Series race. Yeah, it was a good one. We're going to leave it here, and hope to see you all again next week. Go say hi to Tracklicious. Until next time, stay safe. Sorry. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Leave space for one another. This is 949 Sim Racing Community. Catch you later.